Hello, good evening to you, wherever you are. If you're at nighttime, good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon. Uh, it's about time that I came back here and say thank you to all of you who've been remembering me and asking about me, about how I'm doing, and. Uh, I came back here to say thank you to you and to um, give you some news or just keep talking about how I am doing after all all I've been through. And I've been doing I don't know if that question can be answered. I've been able to manage the pain. I've been able to survive in an easier way than I was surviving a few months ago. And that means to me managing the pain, uh, following the advice I've been given in a therapy. First, walking the dog. That was when I still was in depression. And then walking the dog and talking to people. Occasionally talking to people. That happened a lot. Unfortunately for me, because I was depressive, but fortunately for my recovery. Then after walking the dog, I was urged by my therapist to get back into the music playing, and which I did, and I've been getting some psychological rewards, good rewards, and I've been also getting some money, which is also very rewarding, and that's what I've been doing. And the main thing this thing is helping me keeping in the moment, and which in turn is a technique for pain management. So that's why I say I've been able to manage my pain. 4 days ago I was driving on the road, and I remembered what my professor did to me, and how I am powerless to take any form of revenge or get any form of justice, and that really hurts. How the antidepressant distracted me from it all, but what could I have done? I couldn't have done anything. Couldn't kill the guy, couldn't do anything legally. So it was just depression and self-destruction. Um, so that's how you deal with it. That's how I dealt with the pain. First, there was nothing I could do, and now there's nothing I can do but to stay in the moment, play those gigs, uh, guitar and singing with a partner, and I'm also in the belly dance scene, just starting, and I'm playing a hand drum called Doombek. Starting to maybe we'll find a way to create a company of dancers, um, so we can make money with it, some money with it too. And pain management, which has been the sort of the theme of this first minutes here with you. Um, Pain management is very important to fight the feelings of suicidal feelings and suicidal thoughts. I've been having maybe a month now. I didn't have any thoughts of suicide, or I didn't dream about suicide or imagined, but I've been imagining a month ago. It's been a recurrent, you know, thought. Uh, and I read something about on the web. I did some research, read about, and this article said that suicidal thoughts, they occur. One of the main things is because of pain. So you have, it is your responsibility, it's my responsibility to find a way to diminish that pain. So the antidepressants were a way, talking to a therapist was another way to ease the pain. You gotta do what you gotta do, just not to commit suicide. Now I'm playing, focusing on the moment. When my thoughts bring me back to the hurt, it's very hard. So, but then I know I have to do something to ease the pain. If I get too anxious or nervous about something, negative thoughts, pessimistic thoughts, I take some pills. They are natural pills just to calm me down. It's kind of tranquilizer, but with no side effects. They are natural. It is a natural, a calming thing. So if somebody's watching this right now, you're in pain, you gotta please take this into consideration. If you're having suicidal thoughts, or if you're in a critic emotional state, the urgent thing to do is to ease your pain. So I've been able to stay in a moment, do some housework, play the gigs, walk the dog, talk to my therapist, play on another town for belly dancers. That's how it is going with me right now. The energy. People, we read a lot about attention to narcissists, giving attention, how they want attention, and they get all the attention. And I remembered the other day a class that I watched, and the teacher said, especially about those African drummings for the African religions, and I related that to what she said. She said it was not related to the drumming. I just made the bridge, She said that music is energy. So I thought, well, that's why the drumming is so important in those religions, for summoning any spirits or entities or whatever, because the energy of the drum, it is a form of calling, and if music is energy, well, you need all the power you can get in your religious thing. And I read more than once that attention is energy. So that's why it is draining to stay around narcissists, and because the attention is energy. It takes a lot of you to stay focused in one thing, in one person. And when you have to do that a lot, uh, day by day, hour by hour. And that's why it's so draining. So I wanted to say that to you. If you ever wondered about why attention is so important to a wounded personality like the narcissist, and why the attention you gave is so draining, it is because attention is energy, attention is focus. Um, it is if you ever tried meditation, you see how hard it is to stay focused, how you need some form of discipline and commitment to that act of being just in the moment, and giving attention is being in the moment with the narcissist, and being in the moment for the narcissist, not for yourself, constantly, sometimes 24 hours a day. And of course it's going to be draining. And if you're not paying attention to the narcissist in his presence, you're paying attention to the fight of the day, to the confusion. You're gonna be paying attention in your head to the conversations you had. So it's extremely draining, and well, attention is energy, and we cannot waste our energy with narcs. We've got to choose very wisely what projects we are going to give our attention to, or what people, because we never get back those days, moments of our lives. Well, we all know that. I don't have to say that. An abuser committed suicide in Brazil. I watched in the news. He was an abuser of children. He got caught. He was in jail. So it's funny that made me realize that perhaps abusers need to abuse in order to stay alive. If they cannot abuse, they don't get the supply. They commit suicide. There's no point in their lives, and their lives depend on the abuse they commit. So that they probably, I'm not a professional here, but they are, in a way, they are an example of, maybe not an example because they are compelled to it, but they are trying to kill the pain by inflicting pain on others. And we must have this in mind, that we must control the pain that we feel in order to keep ourselves alive. Something to think about. They're not example. No, they're not an example. They're doing it because of sickness, not because of they want to stay alive, or they want this, or they want that. That's what I believe. That's just it. Just a belief. Might be wrong. Narc 1 was around a week ago. She was visiting the family of the guy I play guitar with. So I stayed away from the home, the place. And I told my mom and a friend, an older woman too, I told her I don't want to see that girl. That girl is the devil. She's a bum. She's a vagabond. She's controlling. She's dominating. And my mom said, don't call a person like that. Don't say that. Perhaps she was just trying to when she slandered your name, she was just trying to, it was good for you because at least shows that you are a man, which didn't make sense to me. I don't need to have sex to be a man, okay? and I don't need fame about it to be a man. That's not what makes me a man. But anyway, then there came the news that she stormed out on a Saturday or Sunday. She stormed out of her mom because her mom discovered a secret on her cell phone, and then she called her mom a traitor. And she stormed out. She went home after a fight. So I said, well, that's what my mom and the other friend needed to hear, because I was right, I was right. They can't spend time with their families without a fight, without accusing the family of treason after being exposed, after somebody discovers their dirty secrets, which are many. So I thought to myself, that's so typical. And I even said something to my mom. I said, well, that's something that, what can you expect, It's obvious there was going to be a fight. And I told you she was not a big, she doesn't deserve, she doesn't deserve to be called ugly names to her face, but I deserve to express myself and warn my mom, and a close friend about the real shit that these narcissists are. But well, no matter what you do, I wish I had said anything, because I just brought in toxic emotions to myself, and nobody believes it. That's another example. You can say whatever you want. You can warn people. It's just gonna keep damaging yourself. It's not worth it, because they won't believe unless they see for themselves the crap that the narcissist is. And well, they say people learn with pain, so I already felt my share of the pain. Let whoever discover the truth through pain, so that through pain they will learn that I was right. That's how it is, I guess. I've been victimized enough. I spoke about it here. If I speak about it outside, it won't make a difference. So here stays another example of the uselessness of exposing narcissists and sociopaths, even to close people, close family and friends. So other than that, I know I didn't ask about it, about Narc 1, about what happened, and I won't ask that. It's not my concern. So that's how it is. That's what's happening with me these days. I wish I had made more videos up until now, but I just didn't think about something that was worth your time and to say. So I just don't want to make a video unless there's a reason for it, something to say, or something to share. And there's something I want to talk about in a video that perhaps tomorrow I'll make some to send you a message. Oh, maybe 1 or 2 days, but then I don't know. Okay, so thank you very much. Thanks again for remembering me, for being subscribed to my channel, still subscribe. So that shows you believe in this channel, believe it has good things to you, non-toxic things, but positive things, good information for the good of us all. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.